Hello everyone, and welcome back to Voices of Auntie Mae. Today's story is titled, Let Me Know When She Leaves. My best friend wrote to my husband. My revenge knocked all. Life often surprises us in ways we never expect. People we trust the most, even those we call family or closest friends, may sometimes show sides of themselves that leave us shocked and heartbroken. This story is about betrayal, emotional pain, and the courage to rise above it. It's a story that will grip your heart, make you reflect on trust, and inspire you to handle difficult situations with dignity. Our story begins with two women who had been best friends for years, sharing laughter, secrets, and every high and low of life. Their bond seemed unbreakable, built on trust, affection, and mutual support. But beneath the smiles and casual conversations, hidden tensions and quiet jealousy simmered. One day, the protagonist's world turned upside down when she discovered a message from her best friend to her husband that said, "Let me know when she leaves." Those words cut like a knife. Suddenly, the trust, love, and closeness she had felt for years seemed like a fragile illusion as she processed the shocking revelation. A mix of disbelief, anger, and heartbreak washed over her. Every memory, every shared moment, every smile now seemed tainted by deceit. The protagonist's mind raced with questions. How could someone she trusted so deeply betray her? Was she blind to the signs all this time? The emotional impact was enormous, but amidst the pain, a spark of determination began to form. She realized that while she could not control others' actions, she could control her response. This story is not just about betrayal. It's about how we reclaim power, make wise decisions, and restore our self-respect. The protagonist spent days reflecting, analyzing every detail, and planning her next move. She felt the full weight of betrayal but refused to let anger dictate her actions. Instead, she focused on clarity, strategy, and careful observation. She re-examined past interactions with her best friend and husband, noticing subtle signs she had overlooked before. Every small gesture and conversation suddenly took on new meaning. It was a lesson in paying attention, trusting intuition, and preparing for the truth to unfold. Meanwhile, the emotional turmoil continued. She felt hurt, betrayed, and confused, yet also determined to act wisely. She realized that confronting her friend impulsively might backfire and diminish her dignity. Instead, she decided to wait, gather information, and observe behavior carefully, ensuring that any response would be thoughtful and effective. During this period, her emotional intelligence came to the forefront. She understood the complexity of human relationships, motivations, and hidden desires. The story also explores her relationship with her husband, who seemed unaware of the hidden intentions at first. Her observations became critical. Small reactions, subtle gestures, and unsaid words all became pieces of a larger puzzle. The audience can feel her suspense and anxiety as she carefully monitors interactions, planning how and when to reveal the truth. This period of tension builds suspense, keeps the story engaging, and prepares the listener for the protagonist's carefully orchestrated response. Through all of this, the protagonist demonstrates patience, intelligence, and emotional strength, making her journey both relatable and inspiring. Finally, the moment arrives when the protagonist decides it's time to act. Her strategy is methodical, precise, and focused on exposing the betrayal without compromising her own dignity. She takes steps to reveal the truth, ensuring that her best friend's deceit becomes undeniable. The tension reaches its peak as each carefully planned move unfolds, keeping both the characters and the audience on edge. Every decision is measured, reflecting her intelligence, patience, and emotional maturity. The turning point highlights the protagonist's growth. Instead of succumbing to impulsive anger, she demonstrates strategic thinking, emotional control, and strength of character. The betrayal becomes a lesson not only for her but also for the listener, illustrating how to navigate complex relationships with wisdom and self-respect. The suspense, emotion, and psychological tension are at their height, making this part of the story the most gripping at the same time. The narrative emphasizes the moral dimension. Actions have consequences, and dignity can be preserved even in moments of intense emotional turmoil. The protagonist's careful approach ensures that justice is served in a way that empowers her and restores balance to her life. The audience experiences both suspense and catharsis, feeling the satisfaction of a plan executed with intelligence and integrity. This moment teaches that revenge doesn't need to be cruel, it can be a demonstration of wisdom, strategy, and self-respect. In the end, the protagonist's plan succeeds, her dignity remains intact, and the betrayal is fully revealed. Her actions demonstrate the power of patience, intelligence, and thoughtful decision-making. The best friend's deceit is exposed, and the protagonist emerges stronger, wiser, and more confident. This resolution emphasizes that even in the face of betrayal, we have the power to reclaim our lives and restore balance. The moral of this story is clear. Life will sometimes test your trust, patience, and emotional strength, but your response defines your character. The protagonist's journey reminds us to stay observant, trust wisely, and act with integrity. Revenge does not mean causing harm, it means taking control, thinking strategically, and protecting your self-respect. Each challenge is an opportunity to grow emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Thank you for joining me on Voices of Auntie Mae. If this story moved you, inspired you, or made you reflect, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Every story carries a lesson, and every challenge is a chance to learn, grow, and become stronger. Stay tuned for more heart-touching, inspiring, and emotionally powerful stories. And so, dear friends, this story reminds us of an important truth. Life will sometimes challenge our trust, test our patience, and push us to our emotional limits. The people we hold closest can surprise us in ways we never imagined, but how we respond defines who we are. Even in the face of betrayal, heartbreak, or deceit, we have the power to act with wisdom, dignity, and strength. The protagonist's journey shows us that revenge is not about impulsive reactions, it's about reclaiming your self-respect, making thoughtful choices, and standing tall despite the pain. Every betrayal, every shock, and every difficult moment is an opportunity to learn, grow, and strengthen our character. Life may not always be fair, but our response can be measured, strategic, and empowering. Remember, the greatest strength lies in maintaining your integrity, learning from experience, and moving forward with confidence. Let this story inspire you to value yourself, trust wisely, and face challenges with courage and clarity. Even in the hardest moments, you can emerge stronger, wiser, and more empowered than before. Thank you for listening to Voices of Auntie Mae. If this story touched your heart or inspired you, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more captivating, emotional, and thought-provoking stories. Every story carries a lesson, and every challenge is a chance to shine.